I got two queries. Let me answer them. See, one is about the material which is provided along with the course. Now, this material, I was told that it has already been provided to students. In case you are not, please contact the administration masterminds. You will be getting the material which is supposed to be given to you as part of this course. The material, what I showed some time back, is around 550 pages. You might be getting it in installments or one stroke, I don't know. But you will be provided with it, don't worry. Secondly, somebody has asked about the authored textbook. My authored textbook is available in Amazon. You buy the 6th edition. Okay, don't buy, you buy 6th or 7th. I don't think 7th, they would have, when the publisher change, when the year passes, now that the exams are not held in May 21, so possibly you will be still getting the 6th edition. Because if the exams were held, had the exams been held, possibly they would have released 7th, but I think 6th edition is the latest which I have written. So you have to buy the 6th edition in case you are buying. Now, I just want to tell you that when let us have an arrangement like this. Shravani, okay, Mahalakshmi and everybody else. I want to tell you that whenever I am asking query, okay, whenever I am asking query, I would either put the please wait screen, like this. Okay, I will not be actually in the camera only because to reduce the load so that you are able to reply and I see the messages and I answer. And whenever I am talking, my face will always be there. So it's the initial teething troubles or adjustments we can say. Don't get panic. Everything will be, in order as per your requirement. Shravani and Mahalakshmi and Varun Sai, Satya, K. Satya, can all of you confirm by typing OK, got it? Can all of you type OK, got it? Okay, I could see that. Okay. So do not see, understand. It's like, we have traveled to a new world. Instead of face to face, now online. Earlier, we were controlling the technology. Now, unfortunately, technology is controlling us in one way or the other. Okay. Still, we will fight out. Don't worry. Okay. Okay. Don't worry. Now, we are going to start with the first chapter. So, this is the most important chapter of the entire syllabus. This is the chapter which students generally feel that, oh, it's very difficult, I don't understand. This is the chapter where you have not learned anything in the past. I mean IPCC or earlier. And this is one of the easiest chapter. After you have learned, you will accept. And it has got its presence in at least 2 or 3 chapters. So when you actually see the total weightage, when you see the weightage, we have got equity, bonds, forex, and commodity. So you have got 10 to 12 marks, you have got 8 to 10 marks, you have got 12 to 16 marks, you have got 4 to 6 marks. So even if you add the minimum one, so we have got 34 marks. So this is the importance of these derivatives. And it's so important to understand the concept that you must learn properly. And I promise you one thing, I will not force anything on you. I will not tell you how to learn. You have to accept this. No. I will teach you in such a way that not only it is very interesting, I will ensure that you have understood also. Then only the joy of learning comes. Otherwise, where is the joy? Okay. Now let us start. So this is a weightage actually. Now these introductions, you may not wait for me to tell, right? You can write, you can take a notebook and write these basic things. So this will give you an idea to what extent this chapter is important for my ICA examination. Now let us start. So we have got assets. Now I am an investor. So I can invest in equity. I can invest in debt. I can invest in commodity. I can invest in currency. These are all assets. I can invest in them and earn return. Now, if I want to invest today, there is no problem. So my second question is, when I want to invest, when I want to invest, when I want to invest. If it is today, no problem. I know the price. I know the price. Suppose I want to buy copper. Copper is a commodity. It's quoting at say 275 rupees per kg. So I want to buy 10 kg copper. Ask the trader what is the price. Trader will say 275 per kg. So I buy copper. No problem, because I want to buy today. I ask the price, paid. Similarly, I want to buy shares. Reliance, 2,200 is the price today. So ask the broker what is the price, pay. Over. So when I am buying the asset today, no problem. We are not going to talk about that. I want to buy asset. I want to buy sometime in future, say 3 months from today. So I'm not talking of buying the asset today. I am talking of buying the asset 3 months from today. What is the price? See, today the price is known. Ask the dealer, ask the broker, you will tell. What about the price 3 months from now? Do you have any market where I can go and do a deal today so that I can have the asset 3 months from today? What I am talking? I am talking that today I mark by 0. So I want to deal today and 3 months from now I can have the asset. Now if you want to deal today, what is the price? At what price you will deal? At what price you will deal? You want to buy today? No problem. You go to market, buy. But you don't want to buy today. You want to deal today so that you can have the asset 3 months from now. So you want to only deal. You don't want to actually give money today and get the asset. No, you don't want to. You will give the money. So you will give money, get the asset. When? 3 months from now. Then we cannot go to this market, means today's market. Then there is a separate market, and that is our derivatives market. Now, derivatives market. So let us understand the meaning of the word derivative, and from there we will try to address this problem. Which problem? I want to have the asset 3 months from now. I want to do a deal today and ensure that after 3 months I will pay some rupees, I will get the asset. This agreement I want to do today. Okay. Now, what is a derivative? Derivative comes from the word derive. Derive means extract. Derive what? Derive value. So I want to extract value. Now, to give a very simple example, potato wafer is derived from potato. So we have potato. So we have got wafer. So this is the original asset. This is the derived asset. So you can understand some original derived. So derivatives are financial instruments which are derived from the original asset. The original asset is called as underlying asset. So we can write here below. See, need not write anything unless I tell you specifically. Just pay attention because it is very important that you understand all these things. Remember, if you understand the concept of the base, the foundation, you understand the entire chapter. So derivative So we have got original asset, which is called underlying asset, and we extract another asset, or we create. So we create another asset. This is a financial instrument. This is a financial instrument, and this is called derivative. So derivatives are financial instruments which are derived from the underlying asset. So if I got equity, this will give rise to equity derivative. We have got bond or debt, so debt derivative. We have got currency, we have got currency derivative. We have got commodity, we will have commodity derivative. So what I'm trying to say is derivatives are financial instruments which are derived from the original assets, which are also called underlying asset. Now, why these derivatives are required? We began the discussion by saying, whenever I want to transact an asset, not today. Transact means, remember, give money, take the asset, or sell the asset, get the money. So I want to buy or sell asset sometime in future. If I want to buy or sell an asset sometime in future, but I want to do a deal today and fix the price for that particular settlement, then I need a derivative. Now, how it will be used, I'll explain later on. Okay. So we can say that derivatives, what you can do, you can write this, just write here. Derivatives are financial products or instruments. Please write derivatives are financial products or instruments that derive the value from the original slash underlying assets. The original assets could be equities, debentures, or bonds, you can write, commodities, or currencies. Derivatives, derivative transactions are required since we may be in a situation where we need to do a deal today and fix the price for buying and selling original slash underlying asset in future. So what we are written, derivative transactions are required since we may be in a situation where we need to do a deal today and fix the price for buying and selling original underlying asset in future. So therefore, the actual money will be paid or received in future, and asset would be actually received or delivered in future. This is called as settlement. So we have written derivatives are financial products or instruments that derive the value from the original or underlying assets. The original assets could be equities, bonds, commodities, or currencies. Derivative transactions are required since we may be in a situation where we need to do a deal today and fix the price for buying and selling original asset in future. For buying and selling original asset in future. So when I'm marking in red, you can underline in red actually. You can underline in red so that you know that it is an important part of the sentence. Therefore, the actual money will be paid or received in future. An asset would be actually received or delivered in future. So I'm not going to do transaction today. I'm just going to deal. So today 0. So time 0. Deal in derivative. Fix the price to be paid in future. Time t. Actual exchange of money with asset or money for asset. Now, do derivatives have any value of their own? No. They don't have, we have created an instrument. We have created the instrument. They don't have value of their own. They derive the value from the original asset. Okay. Do they trade in separate market? Yes. They trade in separate markets. Are they guided by different buyers and sellers? Yes. They are guided by demand and supply forces of different buyers and sellers. So derivative market separate, original market separate. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding one feature of derivative, then we will mix everything. But as we discuss, we keep on writing. Otherwise, it will be too much of writing for you. Okay, so we write derivatives do not have value of their own. They derive the value from the underlying asset. They trade in separate markets. They are guided by demand and supply forces, by buyers and sellers of that market. Their price is linked to the underlying market, to the underlying asset, but their price movement is guided by demand and supply forces of its market. So derivatives do not have value of their own. They derive the value from the underlying asset. They trade in separate market. They are guided by demand and supply forces by buyers and sellers of that market. Their price is linked to the underlying asset. So it means if the underlying asset price moves up, derivative price also moves up. So we can write here, in other words, if underlying asset price moves up, derivative price also move up, and vice versa. So when I write something, I pause. Don't think that videos become standstill. I'm giving you time to copy. And please also understand that if you are extremely slow in copying, you are going to face problems, because in the exam, the time is same for everybody. So I expect only average speed, and if you are able to copy at average speed, I will be giving you sufficient time. Don't worry. What you can do, you may say, copied. You can just type so that I will be able to see that I will know even after a lag of say 4 or 5 seconds. Even if I see copied, I know that you are copied. It gives me some indication. Otherwise, I may wait for a long time. Okay, I'll be just judging. So if you are written copied, I know that somebody has written copied. So on an average, people are copied. I have not seen anybody written copied, so I'm waiting. So I'm just trying, various methods to ensure that we are in tandem when we are learning. Okay. Okay, I got. I was not knowing that I had to push the screen up. I'm also learning, right? Okay. Now, so what we have seen is we have a requirement of buying an asset sometime in future. Why I need an asset sometime in future? I'm going to give you 3 examples. These 3 examples will make you aware, yes, we are going to face situations where we need assets to buy or sell sometime in future. Let me tell the examples one by one. Example is not right at all, just listen, understand. There is a farmer. He is planting wheat crop in the month of June. And this crop will grow fully at the end of say 6 to 7 months. He is waiting for the rains. June, July, August. By the time August comes, he knows that it has been well fed by the rain. Rains are good. Crop harvest is going to be good 6 months from August. So 6 months from August is September, October, November, December, January, February. So in the month of August, this farmer knows that his wheat harvest is going to be good. This farmer is thinking, how much money I will get per quintal? Will I get 1400 per quintal, 1500 per quintal, 1600 per quintal? He's dreaming. Why dreaming? Because if he sells in the month of February, he will get money. He can buy a new tractor, he can buy land, he can construct his house, he can repay loan. So many things are possible. So in the month of August itself, he wants to know the price of wheat 6 months from August. So you can see that there is a requirement to sell wheat 6 months from now. So farmer is having a requirement. So farmer is having a requirement. So what does farmer need? Farmer, what he needs right to sell wheat when 6 months from now? So farmer wants right. So he wants right. To do what? To sell wheat. When? 6 months from now. Why he wants? He want to plan. Why he wants? Why? To plan his future. Why he cannot wait? You will ask, sir, why he should not wait? See, today's price, he is comparing, he is comparing today's price and thinking whether he will get this or more or less. Therefore, you can say he is uncertain. So, what is in his mind? He is uncertain. What will happen? If the price falls, I will get less money. If the price is up, I'll get more money. But generally, human, we have fear. If the price falls, I'll get less money. Then I cannot repay the full loan, or I can't buy a tractor. I can't buy a house. So this uncertainty is killing him. Uncertainty is killing. Uncertainty is worrying him. So because of this uncertainty, he wants to have a right to sell wheat 6 months from now. Suppose, assume that you are there, you are telling Mr. Farmer, don't worry, come in August, sorry, come in February, I will give you 1580 per quintal. Guarantee, take it, take it. Then he will not have uncertainty. He will be happy. Oh, thank you, thank you. So he will come and give wheat. He will get 1580 per quintal. So if there is certainty, then he doesn't want this. Only because of uncertainty, he wants this. So what we have learned, any person would like to do buy or sell an asset in future only because he is thinking that the price of the underlying asset, in this case wheat, is uncertain. So from today, 0 period till T, the prices are uncertain. So whenever the prices are uncertain, you want to do a deal today, fix the price. So prices are uncertain. Prices of what are uncertain? Prices of wheat, the original asset. So original asset prices should be uncertain. Then you would want protection. Therefore, you would do a deal today and fix the price at say 1580 per quintal. So once you do the deal, then you relax. Why? When February comes, you will harvest wheat, deliver wheat, get 1580 per quintal. Happy. So this uncertainty has been eliminated by doing a deal today, by doing a transaction in derivatives market. Now, what is the type of derivative? We'll see later on. But let us understand this case fully. There is a farmer, he is planting wheat crop in the month of June, July, August, rain falls. He assesses the situation. He finds that there is going to be adequate wheat, is going to be good harvest by the time February comes. In the month of August itself, he wants to fix a price of wheat, which he will get 6 months from now. Why he wants to fix the price of wheat? Because he is thinking that the price of wheat may rise or may fall, may remain. So he wants to remove uncertainty and fix the price. And if he fixes the price, he can be relaxed. When he will do a deal? Today. When he will actually give it for money? 6 months from now. When he will fix the price? Today. By doing this, what he will eliminate? Uncertainty. So when you are using derivative, when there is uncertainty. Okay. So this is one example. So let us write the points. Derivative transactions are done today to eliminate uncertainty in the prices of the underlying asset. Derivative transactions are done today to eliminate uncertainty. Uncertainty of which price? Not derivative price. By uncertainty in the prices of the underlying assets. By doing a derivative transaction, by doing a derivative transaction today, the buyer or seller of derivative would eliminate uncertainty and protects himself from uncertainty. Example, if a farmer feels that prices of wheat will fall in the next 6 months, by the time the harvest happens, he can, by the time the harvest happens, he can do a deal today in the derivatives market. For example, sell wheat futures. He can do a deal today in the derivative market. For example, sell wheat futures at a fixed price and ensure that irrespective of any price of wheat, 6 months from now, he will get the fixed price. decided today. So the most important message here is whenever there is uncertainty, we use derivative. But when there is a certainty, we don't use derivative. So that we are going to write in bold red. Therefore, whenever uncertainty exists, we use derivatives. Else, there is no place for derivatives. Just give me one feedback. Do you want the font size to be still bigger? Please write, my dear friends. Do you want the font size to be still bigger? Whenever I'm typing, I'm asking you. Okay. Now I want you must understand. See, my handwriting will be difficult to understand because I generally I stopped writing almost 15 years back. Still I write and teach. That is okay. But when I have to dictate long notes, I prefer typing. Okay. Yeah, I prefer typing, and if I'm able to type in this font size, we can see the entire page discuss. Otherwise, I have to keep on moving up, down, up, down. You have all said it is okay. I'm thankful to you. Okay. So we have introduced derivative, and I have used one derivative here. Futures. Now, what are the examples of derivatives? So let us type that. Examples of derivatives are futures. Let us read the first one, simple one. Forwards, futures, options, and swaps. Scope of derivatives. Scope of derivatives in CA final syllabus. So I'm going to do this now. In CA final syllabus, what we have? Let's see here. Let me complete the table, then you copy. Okay, don't let me complete the table, then you copy. Don't copy now. Equities, interest linked instruments, commodities, currencies. And money market. So we have got forwards, futures, options, swaps. Equities, we have got futures and options. interest link instrument, forwards, futures, options, swaps. Commodities, we have got futures, and here we have got only theory. Currencies, money market, only swap. So you can copy this. So you can see to what extent derivatives have spread its wings across chapters. Just copy this, and once it is copied, type copied. So I'm just trying to create a language, so that we are able to understand each other's need and we sail together. Once it is copied, type copied. 3-4 students type it is enough, but it should not so happen that the slowest person doesn't type. Okay. Now, let me give you one more example where derivatives are going to be used. Now, first of all, understand this way that farmer is selling wheat. He has sold wheat futures, or I can say he has sold 6-month wheat futures in the month of August. So he goes to derivatives market and says that sell 6 months wheat futures at 1580 per quintal. He has sold. So he is happy. Assume that there is a bread manufacturer. Bread manufacturer, the main ingredient is wheat. And bread, to manufacture bread, you have to keep wheat in your godown. But you can't keep 3-year wheat because it will get spoiled. So the bread manufacturer will buy wheat every 6 months. Again, he will not go to market. Suppose tomorrow I have to start making, today he will buy the bread. No. He will keep on buying that wheat every 6 months. Again, increasing price of wheat will increase the cost of bread. And it is going to harm him. So if he feels, oh, next 6 months wheat prices are going to go up, so I have to protect myself. So he will buy 6-month wheat futures and protect himself from rising wheat prices. So in contrast to farmer who wants to protect himself from falling wheat prices, bread manufacturer will buy 6-month wheat futures, fix the price today itself, assume that for him also 1580 per quintal is better. So he will buy 6-month wheat futures at 1580 per quintal and protect himself from rising wheat prices. Again, he is protecting himself from uncertainty of what? underlying asset, that is wheat. So wheat price increase, trade in wheat derivative. Iron price increase, trade in iron derivative. This we are going to write now. On the other hand, consider that a bread manufacturer who usually buys wheat for his consumption to manufacture bread or to make bread, what I can write, will buy wheat in the derivatives market to protect himself from rising wheat prices. That is uncertainty in wheat price. On the other hand, farmer sold wheat futures to protect himself from falling wheat prices. Thus, derivatives are bought slash sold to protect from rising or falling underlying asset prices. So you can write farmer expects price to fall, sells wheat futures. Bread manufacturer expects price to rise, buys wheat futures. Uncertainty in wheat, but trade, that is buy or sell wheat derivatives. Uncertainty is in wheat, but are you buying wheat? No, I'm buying wheat derivative today. Uncertainty in wheat, but trade buy or wheat derivatives today. Today. So we can say farmer is a producer, bread manufacturer is a consumer. So producer will use derivatives, consumer will use derivative. So once you have copied, please type copied. Good. Somebody is leading. So generally I come to know somebody are very fast in writing. Some people take time. I generally give time, but I request you, if we can save that precious time of copying, if you can save some half minute, 1 minute, it will be great. Good. I got people confirming. Now we saw producer, consumer. Now we will see trader. Let us see a trader. Whether when he will use what you call as derivative. There is a trader means let us talk about easy understanding stock trader. His job is, let us buy, I is thinking that the share price will go up. So share price will go up. So equity share is the asset. So he will buy equity futures. So what are you doing? Don't write. Don't write. Today, 3 months. RIL is 2200. He is thinking that RIL at the end of 3 months will be 2700. Oh, 500 rupees rise in 3 months. Can I exploit? Suppose he is having the information that RIL will reach 2700 in 3 months. He wants to exploit. Yes, he can exploit. He can buy RIL futures today. So a trader can buy equity futures today. He can exploit. Yes, what price he will pay. We are not going to discuss now because we are going to derive a formula later on. That is a different thing. But I gave an example of farmer, the producer. Then give an example of bread manufacturer, the consumer. Now I am giving an example of a trader, how he will exploit. He is expecting RIL, the underlying asset, price will rise. He will buy RIL futures. He is expecting State Bank shares to fall from 435 to say 400 in 3 months' time. So he will sell State Bank futures. So traders also, they can exploit and make money provided they have valid and proper information. So we will just write here a trader who expects the price of shares to go up / come down can also exploit the rise / fall in the underlying asset price by buying or selling the derivatives of the underlying asset of the underlying share. So like this, we can discuss so many examples. I can give one more example. You must have seen a transformer. Transformer is used to, when the power is generated, hydro power or whatever power, it comes at a point, it comes in the transformer. From transformer, it gets spread to all the places. So the transformer has got copper within the transformer. 70% is copper. So cost of transformer is actually cost of copper. So one company is largest producer of transformers. So the state government of one of the states in India, it is inviting bids. I want 100 transformers. Please put your bid. Now this company, which is the largest manufacturer of transformer, and it has got 2-3 competitors also, it has to present a bid. Now the bids will be open after 3 months only. The state government work in that manner only. They can't open the bid immediately. So when you prepare a bid, you have to take copper price. Why? Because in transformer 70% is copper, and copper is a commodity. The price of commodity goes up down in the market. So this company will think, what price I must take? If I take some price and say if it wins the bid, and when it actually buys the copper after 3 months, because it will not buy copper today and keep. Okay, it doesn't know whether it is going to win the bid or lose the bid. We don't know. So it will buy copper only after 3 months. But to submit the bid, you need to take the price of copper. From where to get? From the futures market. So it will take the futures price of copper. Because what is the price? Futures price is the price that will prevail at the end of 3 months. So it will go to market, take the 3-month futures price, and it will submit the bid. So at the end of 3 months, when it goes to market, you generally expect that price to prevail. We'll see that later on. But I want to give you an example. So derivatives are useful here also. So derivative transactions are a big requirement, especially when you want to buy or sell asset sometime in future. Whenever you want to buy or sell asset today, derivatives are not required. Second condition is, whenever you expect the underlying asset price to be uncertain, that is move up and down, then you require derivatives. Otherwise, we don't want derivative, because if somebody is giving a guaranteed money, then why we want a derivative? Third, whenever there is an uncertainty in the underlying asset, you trade the derivative of the underlying asset. Fourth, derivatives will give the right today. You will be fixing the price today, but you will be actually transacting or exchanging money for asset at settlement, that is at the end of the derivative period. So derivative contract will have a tenure today till 3 months. So derivative will protect you during the tenure of the derivative instrument. A few minutes, I was telling about the example of a copper trader, copper transformer manufacturer. Now transformer manufacturer, you must have seen a transformer, it is used to transmit power. So when the power comes from the hydropower station and then passes on to the city or a town, whatever it is, so we have transformer. In transformer, 70% is copper. Assume that the state government is inviting bids for making transformer. There is a large company which is a leader in the transformer manufacturing, and it is going to submit the bid for transformers. So when it is going to submit the bid, it knows that 70% of the cost is copper. So when you submit the bid, you have to take some copper price. Now, what copper price you will take? What copper price you will take? Will you take today's price? You can't take that. Why? Because the government will take 3 months to open the bid and award the order. If it takes today's price and you are going to win the bid after 3 months, when you go to market and buy copper, price would have risen. Then it is a problem. So what to do? So you start thinking, oh, it's going to be a problem for me. So where to go? Go to derivatives market. Take the 3-month copper futures price and take it in the bid. And if you win the bid, the most likely price of copper at the end of 3 months will be futures price, which you have decided today. So therefore, derivatives market help us to, actually use the, help us to actually take the price of the commodities, especially commodities, in whenever you are going to submit the bid. So I hope you have written this. Just tell me. So I was about to write and it got disconnected. So I'm just writing here. Whenever we need a price of a commodity slash asset that will prevail in future, we can use the prices quoted in the derivatives market. Okay, we have just introduced what is the meaning of the word derivative. I have not talked about forward, future, option, swap, nothing. Today, whatever we have seen is what is derivative. And we discuss some examples to understand what is derivative. If you have any queries, please type now. If there is no query, then I will make some final statement and we close for the day. If you have any query, please type about whatever we have seen today. And also, do you think, the way I am communicating to you, are you actually enjoying it? How you are feeling, so that I can change the mode of, communicating. We are just begun, you have to give me some days, but still I thought I can ask you this question. The way I am communicating to you, are you understanding? Are you enjoying? If you can tell, a couple of you, if you can tell, it'll get a lead so that I can from tomorrow, because we are going to embark on a long journey. Okay. Now, since nobody has written down, let me wind up today's session by telling whatever we have learned today. I said that derivatives is a very important part of the entire CFL syllabus, accounts for almost 30 to 40% of the total marks. It doesn't come in only one chapter. It has got its wings. It has spread its wings across many chapters. Therefore, we have to spend a lot of time in understanding this. Automatically, we are taking care of so many marks of the CFL syllabus. We introduce derivative as a financial instrument, a product. I have created the product from another asset. Another asset could be equity, debt, bond, currency, commodity. So from this asset, I extract, and that extracted asset is derivative. Now, in this asset, does this asset has any value? It doesn't have value of its own. But whatever value it has got from that extracted asset. So there is a linkage. If this original asset moves up, derivative moves up. Original asset comes down, derivative comes down. So it has got linkage. Okay, do they trade in the same market? No, they don't trade. They trade in different markets. Are the buyers and sellers same? No, buyers and sellers are different. So when the buyers and sellers are different, so demand and supply dynamics are different. So you may find sometimes derivative market will move in a direction, whereas the original market will remain there only. It happens. Not every time, but there is a linkage. Price linkage is there. Therefore, they usually move like this. But sometimes when it moves up, it may move sideways. It may move down sometimes due to demand supply dynamics. Now, when you trade derivative, whenever you find that the underlying asset price is going to be uncertain in future, whenever it is going to be uncertain, use derivatives. When you want to sell the asset in future, sell derivative. We'll see that later on. Whenever you want to buy the asset like a bread manufacturer, buy future like that, buy derivative. And the most important thing is you are doing a deal today. Only deal. You are fixing the price today. That's all. Finish. When you are actually giving the asset and taking the money in future. Okay. So tomorrow we will discuss the first derivative, that is forwards. Then we go on to futures. And we are going to target in this chapter only equity futures. So this is the first chapter. And some of the theory which I have given in the book already covered. Some of you have written that I have not got the material. Please be in touch with administration. You must be getting it. Without book, it's going to be tough, because when we do problems, it will be a problem for you. So better that you seek that. Thank you very much. Great opportunity to teach you all. And it's my pleasure that I am engaging you. God bless you all. Take care. Meet tomorrow. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.